I'm standing by the grave of Ronnie and Reggie Kray in the rain. The Krays were once called the most evil men in Britain, the most feared twins in history, the most infamous gangsters the East End has ever produced, but in this quiet corner of Chingford Mount Cemetery they seem forgotten. The faces of Ronald and Reginald Kray are reproduced, on glistening black marble, as they were in a famous photograph by David Bailey, in the dark suits, white shirts and slim ties that gave these bad men glamour. Grant them eternal peace, O Lord, says the inscription, but they gave no peace to those they intimidated, extorted money from, beat up, stabbed or shot during the 60s. To their mother, Violet, buried close by, they were my lovely boys. I have been to this place before, but it is the first time I have paid attention to the more ornate headstone next to theirs. Built at the height of their fame, it marks the passing of Reggie's wife. An angel looks down in sorrow at a little white model of a Scotty dog. Francis Kray passed away on the 7th of June 1967, aged just 23 years. The Krays went to prison for murdering fellow gangsters George Cornell and Jack McVitie. Frances, or Frankie as she was known, was described by people who knew her as a beautiful innocent, who died as a result of contact with them. On the day they were married, her mother wore black as if at a funeral. Reggie was the cheeky charming one who wanted to go straight for the sake of love, and Ronnie was the psychotic slobbering hulk who messed everything up. At least, that's the story, which paints her as a fragile Juliet to Reggie's Romeo. Real life is more complicated. She left him after 2 weeks and killed herself 2 years later. They came from nothing and managed to create an image for themselves in a way that nobody else had done, says Dr. Ruth Penfold Mounts of York University. Most criminals become famous when they get caught and go to jail. They achieved it while they were still active. They put their steel fist in a velvet glove, she says, by running glamorous West End nightclubs that attracted stars such as Judy Garland and acres of attention from the gossip columns. Reggie would have been a very successful businessman on his own, but his brother was darker. Ronnie was very much into the gangster image, getting them to dress in the same suits with slicked back hair. He wanted to live the gangster lifestyle in the way that he thought Al Capone did. Gentlemen criminals, a cut above the riffraff. A force to be trusted in chaotic times. People bought it, as they went to jail for killing other gangsters. They never hurt the public, said their brother Charlie on the day their mother Violet was buried in August 1982. Violet's boys were let out for the day, handcuffed to the biggest guards the prison service could find, to make the twins look small. There were horses with black plumes as the hearse drove from her flat in Shoreditch a dozen miles up north to Chingford Old Church, with 60,000 people lining the streets. It was the kind of journey many of our families had taken, out of the old East End and into Essex for an escape from poverty to a bit of comfort, space and greenery. The cortege passed the family home of a football-mad 7-year-old boy called David Beckham. We were, both of us, raised on the borders of an East End that still felt post-war. They were twin symbols of an idea that stretched back to the so-called spirit of the Blitz, the people of the East End running their own lives, working together, keeping their own code without interference from officialdom in any form. They would not speak to a copper, but they would kiss a gangster.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please join our Facebook group. It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you there soon.